No, a good game, and both teams need it. For Seattle, it's 1st and 92 yards. Down by 4 with 1:52 to go as the curtain has come up tonight on Matt Patricia calling the defense for the Eagles, and he's doing it without Darius Slay, their best corner. Here's one in the air off the hands of Noah Fant and incomplete. 2nd and 10 with Roby in coverage.
Well, you look at this drive right now for Seattle. This is, you can make a case. This is the biggest possession, biggest drive of Drew Lock's career with what's at stake here for Seattle. Well, he puts the ball on Fant. He certainly has an opportunity. Philadelphia was playing coverage, taking away the outside receivers. But he hasn't done much, only 116 yards passing, but it's going to be all on him on this drive if he's going to do it.
2nd down and a diving catch by Metcalf. And with under 1:40 and 1 timeout, a gain of 18 for Drew Lock, who has 3 career game-winning drives in his short NFL career.
If he had gotten that in stride to Lock, he probably scores.
Here's a good shot to the sideline. Catch is made by Fant in a first down play of 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5.
Lock was under pressure on that completion to him, but if he's able to hit him in stride and he doesn't have to leave his feet, they're in 2 deep safeties and he splits them and probably scores a touchdown.
Here is a bobbled pass and Metcalf comes up with. And they're going to give Metcalf the catch. Interested to watch this with Bradbury in coverage off the leg. And that's a catch.
That's unbelievable. Where Bradbury, he had inside leverage. I was wondering how the ball could have been caught. And that explains it. It was a trick shot.
They're going to look at it upstairs.
Ruling on the field was a catch that resulted in a first down. That play is now under review.
This ball does not hit the ground. What a catch by Metcalf.
Well, and here's another look at it.
After review, it was a catch at this down by contact spot.
That's pretty good. And, because of the review, Seattle, it's an advantage for them. Now they're getting to the line because the clock stopped so they could review it. They've only got the 1 timeout. They can get on the ball and snap this once they put the ball in play.
Like a free timeout for Seattle. And a first down at their own 37. Lock incomplete for Charbonnet. Either for Charbonnet or Lockett, who had taken off.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened on that. The defense for Philadelphia is, disguising. They've played coverage. That time they dropped the safety. They dropped Blankenship down, or excuse me, the other way they rotated, but they've got one-on-one man coverage everywhere else.
2nd and 10. Lock almost fitted into Lockett as Cunningham, or rather Morrow, flashed in front. And Nicholas Morrow almost came away with what would have been a game-sealing pick.
Well, we've seen a few throws already on this possession that have been pretty tight. Yeah, Morrow, he's almost able to get to it, and it does.
And it's now 3rd and 10. Geno Smith watching his understudy Drew Lock. Lock airs it out. Metcalf downfield. He's got it. And out of bounds to stop the clock at the 29 between Brown and Bradbury.
And they were even trying to double with Sidney Brown, but he wasn't able to get there to make the play.
The official got overruled. They were going to say that Metcalf was out of bounds. Now this incompletion stops the clock. But they started the clock back up, and with a running clock, Drew Lock and company, after that 34-yard completion It's down the field, and they throw the incompletion. Here's that beauty to Metcalf.
That's a great job of being able to make the play. Here's what you got. And then Sidney here is going to work back over. So they're trying to essentially double Metcalf. But yet Seattle's still able to get the ball in there to him. So the right idea by Matt Patricia, just unable to execute the coverage.
Lockett looking for a flag as he goes down. Eli Ricks, the closest defender for Philadelphia. Now it's 3rd and 10 again. Watch Metcalf when he makes the catch. The official initially said he was out of bounds, but his knee is down in bounds. That was a good job for them to get that right and restart the clock.
Absolutely. Yep.
Matt Patricia back under the gun, calling plays defensively for Philly. 3rd down and 10. Lock, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Smith and Jigba has put the Seahawks on top. $29 yards to the rookie, his 3rd touchdown catch of the year. What a throw by Drew Lock.
Well, Sidney Brown's trying to disguise coverage. He drops down. Lock recognizes that he's got one-on-one, and it's just, there's nothing really to the route other than he's just running a flat go route. And Smith and Jigba, that's a great job of reeling it in, and just runs right by James Bradbury.
There is time left. The Eagles with 3 timeouts, now trailed by 3. What a grab by Jackson Smith and Jigba, the 20th overall pick by these Seahawks out of Ohio State. That is the longest touchdown drive of the season for the Seahawks. 92 yards capped by this. Beautiful catch.
Yeah, he caught the back half of the ball, Joe. And, you know, we said it to start this drive. The biggest possession of Drew Lock's career. Hadn't done a whole lot in the passing game throughout the ball game tonight. But, man, he delivered when it mattered. That's a great job, a great catch.
This young man has grown up a lot over the last year. He's gotten married. His wife Natalie is due with their first child at the end of January. 8-14 as a starter in the NFL, and 72-year-old Pete Carroll is fired up. But there's time left for Philadelphia. Take a look at our game recap brought to you by Campbell's Chunky Soup. First touchdown, Jalen Hurts took off and got it. Then it was Kenneth Walker from 23 yards out. Jalen Hurts on the brotherly shove. And then this dime from Lock to Smith and Jigba. And Drew Lock completing one for 34 to Metcalf on 3rd and 10. And for 29 to Smith and Jigba on 3rd and 10 as A.J. Brown makes the catch but out of bounds. Forced out by Michael Jackson.
You know, the thing about it, too, with Smith and Jigba, as we take another look at this, yep, out of bounds. You know, a lot of his targets have been underneath type routes. He's run a few deeper over the last several weeks, but still not a ton. And yet when the game was on the line, the route that he ran, the catch that he was able to make on the go ball, and a good throw and read by Drew Lock.
Hurts will take off. And the Eagles aren't finished yet. They'll use a timeout. 12 seconds remain unless they put a second or two back on the clock. And 2 timeouts. Our aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. And down below, you think about Jake Elliott, the kicker for the Eagles. His career long is 61 yards. That means getting it to the 43 of Seattle. They're not far away from that.
No, 12, 13 yards is all they need.
They put a second back on the clock. 13 ticks left. They're going for it all with A.J. Brown. Catch is made by Seattle for the interception. Julian Love again. And the question is, did he get both feet down? If he didn't, 6 seconds remain for Philadelphia.
Yeah, it did not look from here that he did. But let's take a closer look.
No. John Perry.
Check out the left toe, Joe.
Yeah, his heel was an interception.
The left toe is down, and the right foot is in.
It's all about the toes. He's got 2 with control, survives the ground.
That's a heck of a play.
That is an incredible interception by Julian Love, his second of the night.
Field was an interception by the defense. That play is now under review.
John, you see it as a pick.
Yeah, I do on that initial view. And they have to stop this, right? This is the game. So they'll spend time on it no matter what we thought initially, just to confirm everything up.
Well, this would be 2 huge plays by Julian Love. It looked like the leg of Love hit the leg of Trey Brown, and then that's when the toe tap happened, and then the other foot gets down.
Well, the range of Julian Love, because you saw where he started, he worked to the middle of the field, but Hurts holding the ball and looking at the receiver allows Love then to get a break on it with good range, which he has anyway, and just wasn't much of an opportunity to try to fit that ball in then to A.J. Brown. But when he comes over and he clips the leg, I think that's what got his left foot down.
Let's look at this again, though, and make sure that the toes actually touch the ground. It is close.
Sure looks like it to me.
Yep.
They'll try to find the pellets with that little toe tap right in the beginning
After review, the ruling on the field does stand as called. It's an interception. First down, Seattle.
Seattle with a takeaway, and the Seahawks are going to snap their 4-game losing streak and send the Eagles to their 3rd straight loss. What a play by Love.
Well, what a possession offensively by Drew Lock, with the season basically right in front of him and having to do something to get down the field and score, and he executes it perfectly. And then Seattle defensively, Julian Love making the play of the night.
Seahawks win this game 20-17. And Drew Lock has the game-winning drive, and he made it happen. A 34-yarder to DK Metcalf on 3rd and 10, and a 29-yard touchdown strike on a great catch by Jackson Smith and Jigba for the winning margin.
Well, we go back and look at that play by Julian Love and the range that he shows. You see, he starts, they show like it's a 2-deep look. He never quite gets all the way to the middle of the field. He gets to the hash marks. The ball's a little slow coming out, and so it affords him the opportunity to get over there. Of course, the underthrown ball, the conditions that we're in, and all that goes into that. But for him to make the play and then get his feet in, that was quite a job.
Drew Lock now with 4 career game-winning drives, the last coming in 2020 Week 8 against the Chargers as a member of the Broncos over 1,100 days ago. And Lisa Salters is standing by with Drew Lock.